Hi, everyone. I just wanted to take a moment and go over setting up a grid for assignment 2.1. As we can see here, you will make 10 drawings and then you will expand on those, or one of those. You'll select one and you will you draw the object 30 times, 30 different ways as you expand on that object. So some of you have had a little trouble, not trouble really. It's you don't know how to use a program, you're not having trouble, you just don't know how to use it. And so hopefully this little tutorial will help. All right, so I've already, I pulled some drawings from the internet to use in this example. Let me bring this back over here. All right, so I'll start out with the 10. And what size do we make it? Because this is online viewing, sticking with the 3 inches from week 1 is good. So if I've got 10 drawings that I need to have and I want them to be 3 inches each, I can make my page like 3 times 5 and make 2 rows. I could of course do 1 row of 10, but 2 rows of 5 probably works the best. So we'll do the math over here in Illustrator. Open up a new, let's make this as big as we can here. Let's open up a new file. Right, you can go up here and go File, New. I just hit this shortcut. First thing you want to do is turn or change points to inches if you are like me and you work in inches. And so if we're doing 5 across by 3 inches, that would be 15. And I'm just typing that in. And for the height, if we're going to do 5 inches by 2 down, that would be, no, 3 inches, sorry, 3 inches by 2 down, that would be 6. All right, so 15 by 6, that's what we have. One artboard, we leave everything else alone. We don't worry about all of this stuff. We can give this a name, assignment 2.1. How's that? All righty. And then maybe, how's that? Even better. And even better. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, it's enough fooling around. All right, create that. Okay, so I've got Illustrator open and I've got some windows here, some menus. And if you have menus cluttered or anything like that, you can just take these and drag these over and kind of hover over here and they'll highlight and they'll stick in. I'm just going to bring the color over because I don't really need that right now. Drop that in there. Stroke, don't really need that. And layers, I do. So I'm going to keep that out. Alignment, I can use the alignment tool up here, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attach this to the bottom of this guy. See, it highlights blue there, and I'm not going to worry about the color yet. So, or the swatches here. So I'm just going to drag this and place this right there because I have color, and then I have swatches, and then my line, my stroke. All right, and let's zoom out a little bit, and I'm hitting Command minus. Let's zoom out. This was just hovering over here, so you get the little pop-up with some tips on how to use the tools. All right. Okay, so I'm hitting the space bar so I can pan around. Space and click, space bar and click, and I can pan around this and then zoom in a little bit. All right, okay. So our page was 15 inches across, and we want a 3-inch grid. The easiest way, and there's a number of ways to do this, but the easiest way is to just go over to the rectangle tool and then just click. And then we want to type in here, and I've already typed it in, but I'm just doing it again, 3 inches by 3 inches. There we go. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure up in view that Smart Guides is selected. You want that to be selected because that gives you little hints and things. Like here, you can see very tiny, the word path is coming in there. And when I get to the corner, you can see it says anchor. You want that. All right, so selection tool, click this guy. And then these are the alignment tools up here, which are the same as these, minus some of this stuff down here. But you want to have this aligned to artboard. Check. And then you want to just align this to the left, align this to the top, just like that. And with this selection tool still selected, I'm going to hit my Option key and I'm going to drag this down like this, and then I'm going to hit my shift key, and so that it drags in a straight line. And you can see when these two boxes touch, you get that little magenta line kind of shooting out. That tells me they are perfectly aligned and attached. You won't get that if you don't have the smart guides on. You won't get that at all. So now I'm going to just select around both of those, and I'm going to hit my Alt key again, and you can see how the cursor changes when I hit the Alt key. And then I'm going to just drag this over and hit my shift key again, and then wait for the little bing like that. And then I'm going to do it again. There, there, and there. And I'm done with the grid. And so I have my 10. All right, now my layers, the reason I kept this out is because you want to create a new layer. And so I'm going to name this grid, and then I'm actually going to lock it. And then I'm going to create a new layer, which is right down here. And we're going to name this artwork, like that. All right, and then I want to bring in my artwork file. Wait till the spinning color wheel of death is done, and we want to place, and we navigate to our files, and I have them all here. Now I can bring in one at a time, and let's do that, but then I'll show you how to bring in all of these. So I bring in one at a time, I go place, and you can see a preview, and you can see a little arrow with 3 little file icons. And so you can just put this right in the corner and click and drag. And I've made mine into squares so that they fit perfectly. If yours is a rectangle, you can just not fill the square up completely. So let me just delete that, bring it in again, file, place, get my image, place, and then if this was a little smaller or something, I might, go here. I don't have to touch the line, and maybe I want it smaller like that. Get that tool there, the selection tool, and then I just kind of center that in my box, just like that. All right, so I'm gonna delete that, and I want to bring these in again because I want to move as fast as possible, not recklessly, but fast. And so I place, and I select the first one, hold my shift key, select the last one that I want, and then I go place. And now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna bring this over here, but it's gonna bring in one image at a time, and I don't have to go back and go place. That's one, and just stay here. 2, stay there. 3, getting that right in that corner there. 4, 5, and I'm just doing 10. Of course, when you do your 30, you can do these exactly the same way. And you might be saying right now, well, that's just all good and dandy, but my grid is gone. And so I'll show you what to do about that. All right, that right in that corner. All right, so there's my 10 images, just like that. And now I'm going to lock this layer. That's what the little thing means, so that I can't edit it. So like right now, if I try to do something, I can't move these around. I want to see my grid, even though this is nice and clean, just like this. So you could leave this and turn the grid off. I don't want the grid. But if you do want the grid, just drag this layer here, take the icon, drag it up over the artwork. And now you might say to yourself, oh no, my artwork's gone. The artwork is under there, but it's not showing because I drew my boxes with a white fill, and I should have it empty. So all I have to do is unlock the grid. I can select these now, see? Select all, come over here to this guy, make sure this one is in the front, not that one. You want this one. See how that changes? This is the stroke. This is the black line. And then this is the fill, and it's filled with white right now. So let me just change this color real quick. So I've still got my color palette over here. So I'm just gonna drag it over here so we can see. So if I change this fill to a color, it's going to change just like that. Now, I don't want it to be a different color, but I'm just showing you how to do that if you wanted to. If you wanted to change the line color, you click on the line. I'm going to zoom in, holding my space bar and command key, and I'm zooming in like that. And I can do the same thing and just go slide to the left to zoom out, slide to the right to zoom in. All right, panning around. So I can see my stroke here, and I can change the color of my stroke if I wanted to. Move this over just a hair. And if I wanted this line to be thicker, I would do that here in the stroke. And I can make this bigger like that. All right, so let's go back to 1. Because our problem initially was, of course, we can't see it. And what we needed to do is select everything and make sure you're on fill. See that little tip that comes up there? And then set that to none, just like that. Boom. And we got it. So now I have this, and then I can save it, export it, file, export. If you want to export it as a JPEG, if you want to just save it as a PDF, you save as, or save as a copy is the way to go. Save as a copy and then go PDF there. If I'm saving if I'm exporting, I usually just do save for web because it makes the best file to upload. But you can experiment with some of these, saving your screens if you have extra artboards, and export as. But usually I just do the save a copy, not save as, but save a copy. And then I change this to PDF and then I save it. And that's it. And then you do you go through the same process for your 30. And you can stick with this, and instead of do another file, and instead of going 2 down, you go 6 down. And it's the same process of making the little boxes. All right. Thanks. I hope that helps. And shoot me your questions if if it doesn't help, just let me know. All right. So you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.